So what animes are you currently watching? Give us all 15 of them.
All 15. Well, I recently started watching Yu Yu Hakusho again. That's the one I'm watching right now. And I'm finishing up Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Still watching Boruto, Super, of course, Black Clover. And that's what I'm watching right now. That about sums it up.
The whole list. Well, now, since I started to branch off into more things, I'm actually watching Black Clover now. And I haven't started watching Boruto yet, but I am watching Super. And then Assassination Classroom. It's alright. And then Prince of Tennis.
I want a break from Prince of Tennis. I got to episode 70. I'm like, let me take a little break from this. I'll get back to it.
I'm in like the 20s, I think. So,
and I already watched New Prince of Tennis.
I'm on 24 to be exact.
So I've watched about 80-some episodes of Prince of Tennis. I'm like, let me take a little break from this.
That's what I feel like with Naruto. I done watched all 720 episodes, and I'm waiting for Boruto.
Yeah, that's my show though. Mara Dani. I need to get back to that.
Yeah, but Boruto is still going on. But today we here to talk about...
I didn't watch that today. I need to still watch that.
Today we talking about Naruto.
Yeah.
Forget
And Bleach.
Boruto. And Bleach.
They should have had this man Yusuke fight Ichigo, because since they have basically the same job, they both just going around taking out demons. That's their job.
But then it's easy because then you can Death battle is controversial.
Exactly.
So,
we don't know. We don't know who will be stronger. That's the point.
If you haven't read the title by now, and if you haven't noticed by us talking, we are watching the Naruto versus Ichigo death battle.
This mug is long.
Is it? It's not that long. We've sat through longer things than this. But go ahead and check Screw Attack out and show them some love, because without them we wouldn't have this video. And I ain't trying to get copyrighted or whatever it is. Strikes. That's what it is. It's a strike. I ain't trying to do strikes. So you gotta edit this. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be cutting some of the dead parts out, hopefully. So if you see us jump, it's because we cut. I don't know. He does all the editing. What you see the final project as is what I see the final project as. So if something's wrong, it's his fault.
Sleep.
You better not be asleep while editing.
I'll be asleep. Just 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm here.
Anyway, let's go.
Here we go.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these.
And bring Luffy into Death Battle. Come on now.
And anime history.
Bring Gintama in Death Battle.
Luffy versus Gintama. Luffy destroy him so fast.
No, Deadpool versus Gintama.
He already made that Deadpool fight like 3 people.
And he broke the fourth wall with one too.
Naruto.
That's Stormfall.
You know we gotta go for Naruto. Like.
Bleach had a video game.
A death battle.
You know they did.
I didn't know.
Too popular not to.
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty quiet town.
What I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The #1 knucklehead.
How he not spilled none of that paint?
Naruto.
He's too good.
I'm home, everyone.
Paint must be hard.
Has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village.
That should have
Orphaned
been
at a young age and ostracized by his
1.
peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's
ramen,
Hokage.
red
Which
beans,
is a
soup,
fancy
and water.
word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is? An
Maybe
airplane?
going past him.
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance.
That's what I'll be
which could
saying.
beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure whiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest
Why
to
you gotta
reach
do him
his
like that?
goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
3 times.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a
Kid
number
Jesus,
of
Naruto.
Kid Jesus.
jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a
Kid
few new ones of
Jesus.
his own.
See, we're not the only ones that think that. Not what he smelled with.
His
Always
signature
wondered that.
move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, Shadow Clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his
Genjutsu.
chakra between
Can counter
himself
this, 'cause
and
he's
his
not good at
clones,
Genjutsu
it's nearly
himself.
impossible to distinguish the real Naruto
Has it
from
really?
the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand,
So
Naruto
it is
creates
nice.
a compact ball of
Rasengan is
energy
nice.
which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
candy.
Boruto did it faster.
But his
though.
top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the
you
element
say?
of wind,
So I think
he
Boruto
uses it to
mastered it
turn
faster
a
than
spinning
Naruto.
ball into a spinning
Probably.
blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of
Konohamaru
wind so
taught him.
sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsu. He can even transform into a naked woman.
Ho, 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the
Oh, where your boy
Nine-Tailed
at? Where your
Fox.
boy at?
A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself
that
to
boy
split the
is.
Nine Tails in two.
Why did you do my man's like that?
R.I.P. Minato.
Don't even say his name.
So his first ever birthday
Spoilers.
gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
An old
This
wide
state
turtle.
increases
Or
all
not
of
turtle, but
Naruto's
frog.
physical
Come on now.
abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire
Wait, that don't
area
gotta do
around
nothing
him
with the
and tap
Tail
into
Beast,
naturally
though.
occurring energy
It
with
don't.
Senjutsu.
See,
He can enhance
you're wrong.
his chakra
No.
by adding natural energy.
But it don't. It
But
don't,
if
though,
he's
for real.
not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails Chakra Mode.
See,
Play
that's
on!
not this.
It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating
And that was
lots of
before he
shurikens, the
befriended.
works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hand.
He can also shroud himself in a Nine Tails sized
Yeah, that's after they became friends. He had that cloak
The
on.
Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range. He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lift a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He could even make new eyeballs for blind people.
Get Jesus every time.
Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land.
Oh, your friendship is so strong they start suspecting that you're gay.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean,
He still has other tail beasts in him too.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not
He
gonna
was-
run
what
away.
is it?
I never go back
What?
on my
Now what he
word.
called Boruto, that he said Naruto.
Yeah,
My ninja way.
my Nindo.
Oh, now to the stuff we don't really know too much about.
Yup.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word to some,
I know
but
certain
you all
stuff,
know what
but
it
not
is.
everything.
The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from the Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
No.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul. And it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer.
So
My
be
dear,
sometimes. How be
I
sometimes.
lost my poor mama Boone.
You don't gotta have sad backstory.
She always is that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant
That's a
monsters with
potential.
ease,
You know
survive
about
being
that.
punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has two different Zanpakuto spirits,
Of
drawn
course
from
he
his
does.
weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with Reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits
That's
is a
crazy.
manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho. Tensho!
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam. And Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast two of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Flucht Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet. One,
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms. starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official
Like
data book,
Token.
while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a spoopy Hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Uhiora, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 842 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face.
To the face.
No. I meant the
Oh
bomb
my
from
goodness.
1945.
Oh my goodness. How dare they?
Well, try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm, and he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he lost those two.
It's worth noting that while in Fullbring
There.
Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but 2 Zengetsu swords.
Okay.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Gran Rey Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
I
Which
bet he
was
did.
immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy
This
the
man
universe
Ichigo being
named
toe up.
Ewok? You what? Ewok?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp k sound, so... Yowak?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he's still cut mustache
No,
fans
this
to
is in the
shreds.
manga.
And then
Or in the anime.
Yeah, the anime got canceled a long time ago.
Yeah.
until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazui.
I might have got it mixed up with
Oh,
the
because
other
of Boruto.
enchilada kid or whatever.
Enchilada. Leave Boruto alone, he tries.
Why did his head look like cheese, though?
Substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friend.
I still gotta watch Bleach. What you thinking? What you thinking?
Naruto.
Naruto, you thinking Naruto?
I know Naruto.
I hope Naruto. But Ichigo, he look kind of clean. I don't know.
What's that energy?
Oh, sweet.
Is that all?
I was interested.
Just like that.
Whoa, he's invisible!
I ain't Naruto's music.
You can't see me? Good.
They just all of a sudden start fighting each other out of nowhere.
We don't need no story. We just want to know what it is.
But they always come up with like a story.
Running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You're dead!
How the heck?
Was he holding like a Kamehameha?
I don't know.
See you.
Oh, he can see you now. Believe he hadn't said that and shoot it. Hey, he probably get him out of it.
Bring it on! Jetsuya!
Chill, bro. Crazy. Really?
He's a teenager too.
He's too serious for that.
Is he? You ain't watched them, man.
I haven't.
Anime.
Not bad.
I've seen some.
Still gonna beat your ass.
That's Yusuke's on.
Give me a freaking break. Is that the best you can do?
No. Hey.
Seriously.
Hey, they say he don't give up.
This man picked up a stick.
Hey, that's what he needs.
Screw you! Bastard!
Hey, he dead. this man is not
You got the
alive.
Dragon Ball Fighting Z ending.
That's what we're talking about. Okay.
Damn! Even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass!
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's
soul.
Limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane
Iron
of
Reaper
existence.
Soul Stealer.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Reiatsu to Naruto's Chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiyora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Fuego Mundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha-ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Reiatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT.
That's
40 billion more than
more.
Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But whiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to him?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick, if one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
Kind of anticlimactic.
Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle. And if you want to watch
Well,
exclusive content on this episode,
Well, our boy won.
start a first membership trial.
Yeah, but
Grab one of these shirts too.
I mean, we never know. There could be some stuff that's missing. There could be some stuff. They could be nerfed on both sides. Calculations could be wrong, but calculations could be right.
Spider-Man 2099 and Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's next week.
You already know who's gonna win.
Spider-Man 2099.
You already know.
Of course, he's better.
Yeah,
He's strong.
Yeah, ain't no disputing.
If they had regular Spider-Man beat regular Batman, I mean,
You right.
that means
It's just the future now. Like it's the same fight.
yeah.
What'd you think about the death battle?
I'm always happy to see some anime death battles. I'm glad Naruto won. I don't know too much about Bleach, so I can't argue against Bleach because I don't really know how strong Ichigo is, besides what they just told
From
us.
personal experience, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So, but I know we know a lot about Naruto, so I can argue for that.
Especially
for
for me, because I watched more than he did.
I watched it all.
You didn't watch it all,
I did.
didn't
I
you? Watched all the main story.
That's all we need. They didn't take nothing from filler. What you mean?
They didn't take nothing from filler.
They didn't. His powers don't come from filler.
Nah, but they enhance on how he got them.
It don't matter. Was it in the manga, so it don't matter.
Anyway, I'm still ahead of you in that.
I'm ahead of you in Boruto, though.
I'll catch up sooner or later.
So you won't. By the time you catch up, it's gonna be over.
Okay, I prefer it that way. That way I gotta wait each week to watch news.
You waiting right now? It's the same thing. You wait the same amount of time.
Nah. Cause it's like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen next episode instead of waiting a week. And
Right now, you still wonder. You wonder what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen? Period.
Yeah.
Because it started.
It's only a week.
You can't finish the race. You don't start.
Instead of waiting years over the wait a week.
Nah. Cause it'd be like, oh, I wanted to see this conclusion of this fight. You gotta wait till like next week, and then they might hit you with a mid-season hiatus or something, and then you just SOL.
You ain't, because you can always.
Hunter.
That ain't mid-season. That ain't mid-season, though. That ain't mid-season. That's. They got done with the arc.
But anyway, tell us what you thought about this death battle. Tell us who you thought was gonna win. Tell us what you want us to react to. And hey, tell your friends, tell your mom's friends. We've been Jade Productions.
We out.